Hello and welcome to the yet,
Hello.
as of now, unnamed podcast. This will hopefully be the first of many podcasts to come, or maybe it'll be a yearly thing. I'm not sure. This is just the thing I came off the top of my mind. I am Capitalist Pigs, also known as George One, also known as Sebastian. To my left on the screen, there, as you can see, is Matthew, the Samurai Hex.
Hello.
The autistic prick, as I call him.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Sorry.
For those people, that's not a derogatory term. I'm actually autistic.
He actually is autistic.
So he's not. He's not actually being very mean.
I'm literally just stating facts. He is literally autistic. You were 11 years old when you were diagnosed with autism.
13.
13. Oh, it's close enough. Yes. Oh, and for those of you who wonder, yes, that is Stalin leading a Goomba army.
Yep.
Yes. With
Papa Stalin.
Yeah, Papa Stalin Mario. I just love when I found that photo. I thought it was just hilarious.
Yeah.
It's an hilarious photo.
Mine's basically just some artwork that Fighter did for me.
Back in the day when you were still doing YouTube solo, before I came along and found you in your depressed state and said, "Hey, let's do this shit together," and you were like, "Cool." And then I was also doing it solo for a very long time, but that channel has since been deleted, so no one will ever find that. They probably just don't tell them the name, Matthew, please, because honestly, I like to keep that secret. I do not like that channel. Let me actually get close to my microphone. Hopefully, it. Welcome to ASMR, guys. Oh yeah, we both have studio microphones now, don't we?
ASMR.
We both have studio microphones now, don't we? You have.
That sound good?
Yeah. It sounds fine.
Okay, good. I'll take that.
Yeah, so for some reason, from my YouTube days when I did it solo, I bought myself a studio microphone because I thought it improved the quality, and then I ended up deleting that channel anyway. And then for 2 years, I basically just had a studio microphone that I spent a lot of money on, and didn't actually use. And I still use it to this day. It's a pretty good microphone. If you're looking for one yourself, it's the AT2020 Audio-Technica. Matthew's recently got a new one, didn't you? Because the old one broke.
Yeah, my other one randomly didn't work. My old one was like a cheap one from I forgot its place. Its place that is it was a brand. It wasn't a brand. It wasn't a brand. What's it called? Well, basically, it was a store in the UK.
Yeah.
And they went bust about a year ago. And I got it about like 4 years ago when they were still in the prime. Now they're bust. And all that.
They've since gone out of business, yes.
Yeah, and all that. The store created the microphones, but of course they couldn't get repaired or anything or taken back to get a new one. Because they were bust, so I ended up getting a blue snowball.
So you now have the blue snowball, which I actually recommended to you, if I remember correctly. I said, it's not the most expensive one out there. It ain't the best. Was it who makes a blue microphones? Yeah?
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, blue. It's not the best blue microphone. Personally, I don't like the Yeti microphone. I think it's too poppy. And too expensive as well.
Yeah.
Because if I'm in South Africa, as you know, because I'm South African, right? Because I'm South African, right? Everything is a lot cheaper here. You can buy a very expensive Hugo Boss suit for the equivalent of $3,000. But in America, you could pay.
In South Africa.
I actually bought it for one. I actually bought a very expensive Hugo Boss suit, like a extremely expensive, for 17,000 rand, which is the equivalent of just a little bit less than $1,700 roughly for a full set with pure. That's to my metric dance. Yes, that's the one. That's the one that you saw in the photos that I'm not gonna put on screen because,
The photos are here now. Look at the photos.
Yeah, these are that's my date. Yeah, we're married now. No.
I wonder what you'll put up.
No, I don't know. I don't.
Put up a picture of like some animal.
I'm gonna put up the blobfish. No, that's
Yeah.
mean. That's mean. No. She was a nice girl. She was a
I'm
nice
not talking
girl.
about you, Day. I'm
I
talking
like her.
about
I
you.
like her a lot. She was a nice girl. Trust me.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about you. You can be the blobfish.
I could be I'll Photoshop a blobfish onto like a suit from Hugo Boss, and I'll Photoshop Candace Swanepoel, the Victoria's Secret model, onto the other one. That would be fantastic.
You better do that now.
I'll see if I can do it. I don't know how my Photoshop skills not the best, as you know. If you could tell anything, I do the thumbnails for the
It's
channel.
better than pub.
Yeah.
And I do. It's better
You're
than
breaking up slightly there. You're breaking up ever so slightly, but it should be fine.
Oh my.
A little bit. But it's fine. This is our first podcast. Basically, I just spent about 5 minutes trying to figure out how I could display the visual that you're seeing right now. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it's going to be a big...
Even I don't know what it looked like until it comes out, so I'll have to take
Yeah, there might be a big black bar at the
fine.
top, but that will be fixed in later episodes, probably, because I only thought about it today to do this idea, and Matthew said let's do it today. So it's basically last minute thrown together piece of crap, but we'll see how it looks in a minute.
You'll be here the next few days when we're to Christmas, aren't you?
I'm gonna go away in a couple of days. Should I dox myself where I'm going? I'll have this video. It's not even gonna come out. I'll be back by the time it comes out, probably.
Do that.
You are really breaking up, man.
The clue will get.
Ooh, look at that. Can you hear that? Fix your internet, Matthew.
Bring up a lot more.
Wow. That is...
What?
You are breaking up quite badly.
Oh.
Yeah. How is it? You okay there?
Friend.
This podcast is off to a great start, isn't it?
Yeah, very good start.
Very good. Ah, there, you're fixed. You're fixed.
Okay. Basically, what I was saying was that the lead up
Ooh, you're breaking up again. Just
to
wait. Just
Oh,
hold on
damn
first. Just stop speaking for a second. Let your internet sort itself out. What's your current MS, by the way?
I don't know what MS is.
So basically, you know, in the Discord voice chat, you've got those 3 bars, right?
Yeah, it's 1.
You have 1 MS.
It's now 2.
What?
Yeah.
Uh,
I can
just
only
so you know,
assume
mine is
I'm watching.
173.
Oh, that. I'm looking at the voice connected thing. I don't have a bar that's saying how much it is.
Just hover over it with your mouse.
1,494.
1,494.
Mm-hmm.
That's higher than mine, but you know, you're breaking up on my end.
My line's at 115, so lower is better by the looks of it.
Oh yeah, you're slightly better than mine now. But yeah, so yeah, how's your week been, Matthew?
It's been okay.
Anything interesting happen?
My mum lost a credit card and can't find £40 worth of money in a credit card, but other than that, I'm fine.
So someone stolen £40 off your mum's credit card, essentially.
No, my mum has like a Radley purse, quite nice actually, and it's got £40 worth of money for presents, and then her credit card, and she's misplaced it, and so we've been looking for that today and yesterday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Other than that, everything else has been quite normal.
Okay.
Just playing games, watching YouTube videos.
Like you usually do, watching soccer.
Yeah, football. It's
Soccer.
not soccer.
Soccer.
Football.
It's soccer.
Football.
It's soccer, man.
Football.
No.
Football.
It's soccer.
Football.
Soccer.
Football.
Football is...
Football and the story I went.
Okay, fine. Whatever. We'll move on.
My
My
it's just the kids' games.
my week has been pretty good, actually. I have been watching a lot of the Yogscast Jingle Jam. It's quite enjoyable. Like, I watched Jingle Cats, the whole lot of it. I watched pretty much the whole next day until they got to $1 million raised early in the morning with Xylus and Lewis. I loved the Christmas market stream yesterday. That was fun to watch.
I didn't watch that one.
It was fun to see all the fans just running into them, and like I got the figure, like, maybe I don't want to be YouTube famous ever because I don't want that to ever happen to me. And then I kind of realized the only reason why that's happening is because these people are watching the stream, know where they live in Bristol, know where they are, and are going out to meet them in those areas.
Yeah.
But Lewis was funny during that stream. He was feeding all the Orknots, just buying them food at the random stores. Like, grooming them for something. I don't know.
Maybe a bit of a pushing.
Maybe trying to lure them closer to the docks with their food in hand and give it to them so their guard is down, and then push down into the he's got quite a good push as well.
Davy Jones's locker.
Yeah, he pushed Tom while he was in there to like give a demonstration, right? And he's got his little push is quite. He's got quite a push. I could see why people drown when he pushes them into the river. Wait, just so we're clear, the Bristol pusher isn't actually a thing, right? Yeah, there is not a murderer going.
It actually is.
There's an actual serial killer in Bristol pushing people into the river.
4 people have died.
But surely that's just drunk people. Surely that's drunk people, right?
Police don't know, but they think it's a suspect who's just pushing them into the canal. So it's actually a thing. 4 people have actually died through it. So at least from what I know, people have died. So yeah, it's a really good joking about it, but it's just so funny with it being Lewis.
I mean, I think it's just drunk people. It's probably drunk people.
I think it's drunk people falling in. Yeah, maybe
it's a good. There's a good chance that it's drunk. I'm just imagining the images I'm gonna put in here on screen during this are just Lewis. Lewis Yogs. If you're not subscribed to the Yogscast, go subscribe to him, and then after that, go to PewDiePie's channel and do your part. This is my part. I'm doing my part. I'm telling people listening into this podcast if they've even made it this far into it, because honestly, we're shit, Matthew.
Yeah,
we're absolute shit at this.
Well, we're growing, so we can all get
we lost a subscriber I saw the other day. We're now down to 21 subscribers.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it?
You know, we have to do...
We have to do more content, that's for sure.
Yeah, because basically we got busy during the end year while I was doing exams, and you are just too lazy. You just can't do it on your own. Because
I don't have the courage almost to do it on my own, but I'm going to try. Oh, yeah, basically, for those watching on the day, I don't know when this will come up, but hopefully it's before December 11th. Because
it would either be before the content that we've already recorded comes out later this week, or on the 15th.
Because I deleted that. Because I thought we were going to create it now on the new update.
Okay, at least keep the old thumbnails I made for you. Those were good thumbnails.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will. I will actually download the other ones, but I've got the first one.
Can't believe you
Can't
deleted those.
Find the others.
You didn't even tell me you deleted those. You just did it.
I said, shall we quit that and do it when the other game when the update comes out with the DLC? And you said, yeah.
Oh, did I? I didn't read that part.
Yeah, so I just deleted it thinking you were
I didn't read that part. I didn't read that part.
Okay.
Because we worked hard on that. Okay, in the meantime, Matthew, your editing skills is horrible.
I know.
Because basically, if people don't know, the way that our channel works is there's actually a third member, but he doesn't do anything. He's just kind of here now. There are 2 main people, me and Matthew. So pretty much we both record the same games together. The online multiplayer stuff that we do. One episode I record, the other episode he records. I send him my episodes and Matthew edits the videos. So any kind of editing you see is done by Matthew, and as you know, that's horrible. I do the thumbnails. I'm not the best at thumbnails. It's better, but I think I'm okay-ish. I'm better at it than Matthew is, because honestly, if you still have one of your old thumbnails, I'll put them on screen now.
Will do.
Yeah, just send it to me afterwards. And it's in my opinion, no offense, Matthew, it's dreadful.
It's awful. I know it is. I agree. But yeah, for the whole contract wise, I'm hoping to record some Golden Century DLC update for Europa Universalis 4, which actually hasn't been on the channel yet, but is going to, with a multiplayer game and my single player game.
And I'm
hoping to make the single player game in the sense that it's like, I don't know, a bit more edited, a bit more condensed, but still in parts, so it's not all in one go into like 10-minute episodes. It's all edited down, like 30 minutes is edited down into a 10-minute episode, and then that will be uploaded. So I'm going to have to try and do some editing this time.
Yeah, you're going to have to physically, like ISP.
Yeah, and hopefully
what Matthew wants to do, ladies and gentlemen, Matthew has comparatively no skill compared to, but he wants to try and produce content like ISP. So if you guys actually have any editing tips, leave them in the comments. That would be hella grateful for Matthew. Matthew and I would love it.
Yeah, we use Adobe Premiere Pro.
Legal versions as well, so don't you guys go around there telling us that, wow, that's so much money, we pay for it legally with our own money. And I will be editing this podcast, of course. So pretty much, yeah, so we're trying to, that's what Matthew wants to do. I guess it could work. I don't really know. We'll find out, I guess. No one really knows what they're doing on the site, so it's basically it's hit or miss. I guess they never miss her. You got a boyfriend. I bet he doesn't kiss you. You know, that's a meme. That's a current meme, right? Yeah.
I hope so.
Get gnomed, mate. Get gnomed.
Get gnome.
I'm not a good elf. I'm not a good goblin. I'm a gnome. And you're gnomed, mate.
I love that meme.
It's fucking pathetic.
It's the next Rickroller.
It's like a Rickroll meme. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Get you gnomed. Get to name you around forever.
Fucking hell. Oh, and yeah, on the Icecast meme, the Bethesda Studios meme is really funny. Whenever the screen fades to black, it just fades like they.
And then it shows Skyrim in try. Because Skyrim's on any platform now.
Is it on every? Is it on even Switch now?
Yeah, you can actually get access.
How about DS?
No, but you can actually get content only available on the Nintendo Switch. In that, you get a Zelda outfit and shield and sword.
What?
Yeah, if you get the Switch version of Skyrim.
I didn't grow up with Nintendo. Nintendo was never big in South Africa, so none of my friends grew up with Nintendo, so I never grew up with it.
I grew up with Pokemon, but that's about it. I haven't played a Zelda game. I haven't really played a Mario game since like 2006.
Maybe we should at some point play. Yeah, one of your first things on this channel was like a Pokemon stream. Was a Pokemon series, didn't it? That was very short lived.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with it, basically. I thought I need to get more experience in talking to myself.
It is a bit weird when you start out, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope I've got... with the content that's meant to be coming out, like I said, I'm doing a Golden Century EU4 game, and it's going to be condensed into, like, I don't know, a few minutes, like 30 minutes is going to be condensed into hopefully 10 minutes. But other than that, I don't know who I'm playing. I haven't decided yet. It has to be somewhere in Spain. It's based on Spain and the Iberian Peninsula. So, I don't know. Hopefully it comes out well.
We'll find out, I guess. I'm sure it'll be fine, though.
Yeah. I'll be putting a lot more time out of it. I won't just like watch it through and then just put an intro and outro
Like you
on
do with
the end
everything
and then-
else?
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. Hopefully.
That's lazy editing, Matthew.
Yeah, I just don't have confidence in my skills as an editor.
See, the important thing is, with Matthew being autistic, he can't. Maybe you'd be better explaining this than I am.
I technically don't know where you're going. So,
As a autistic person, Matthew, you. I don't want to say you can't concentrate because that's the wrong word to use, but can't concentrate long enough on a task to actually learn how to do something.
It's not the autism.
And I
It's not the autism.
I'm no professional when it comes to autism.
It's not the. Let me just say, it's not the autism that does that. That is the ADHD I've got inside of me.
God, you're autistic with ADHD. That's a
bit of ADHD. Yeah.
That's a wonderful combination right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also can't. You basically live off crisps as well.
No chips.
Oh, not crisps. No, you don't eat the
Fries.
chips. You eat
Fries.
You eat chips like not like Lay's chips like.
When I said chips,
fried
I meant
chips like from a pan.
When I said chips, I meant French fries, but it's different for South Africans because they say French fries for chips.
No. We do not say French fries. We do not say French. We say chips for like. We say chips for like a bag of Lay's, and we say chips for like a plate of chips.
Yeah, well, I meant chips as in the fry.
You say crisps for like a bag of Lay's.
We say crisps for chips.
Yeah, for like a bag, for like store bought, for like the Lay's chips. I'm trying to give people, because this is a horribly confusing conversation.
It is very confusing for
chips, and chips. What's the difference exactly?
You got one chips that's crisps. In a bag where you have salt and vinegar or cheese and onion. You got one that's like French fries and you put it in the fryer and you get crunchy chips. And the other chips is poker chips.
Poker chips. You ever played poker, Matthew?
No, I don't know how it goes.
I have. I lost a lot of money. I lost very early on. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing when I play poker.
Ripperoni.
Yeah, you know. Oh yeah, it's like Imperator Rome. I saw some content from that of the Spiffing Brit.
I also watched Quill as well.
Quill did it. I don't know who else did it. I don't think ISP's done a video on it.
I don't think ISP was invited, but Entricilium or something like was invited.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Was ISP invited? Do you know?
I don't think he was. No.
ISP were on your side.
There's because Quill. Oh, the Spiffing Brit, one of them said about that who else who were called up, and he said Entricilium and some other guy I forgot his name of. And I actually got recommended the next video on the play on my like, autoplay was the Entricilium one, which I haven't actually watched yet.
Then how do we know that ISP got invited? Because Paradox does not like ISP for his community. Essentially.
Yeah, his community's not that bad, but it's just like
his fault. His community's not that bad. Firstly, secondly, his community's interesting. Leave it at that.
It's just certain people making it worse for the others. Most ISP fans are like model citizens, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And the rest are all trolls.
Yeah, the rest are trolls. So
and the rest are trolls. Trolls are a very low percentage, but they ruin it for
the
many
majority.
Others.
The 10% ruin it for the majority on the internet.
Look, the trolls always have the larger voice, even though it's not the majority, and that's quite sad nowadays if you think about it.
You have that silent majority on the internet mainly.
We're the silent majority that's like the good guys, and then you got the trolls that are bad guys.
I never comment on videos. I like videos. I never do.
I like them. I never comment on them either.
I never comment. Sometimes I do.
I never comment.
If I have a genuine question to ask the YouTuber, if it's a educational video and I want to ask him a question, or if I think something's really, really, really funny. For example, on a tip video.
Today I played with Lewis and Tips, by the way.
On one of the things they did, they back from the developers, which are two, I guess, Asian men from. I don't want to say I can't remember which country in Asia they're from, but let's just be safe and go
Basically,
like
the
Japan.
Asian area.
Let's just go with Japan. So pretty much they sent them like thank you for reviewing our game, and like look they sent them a box of like food and stuff from that country, and they had like chips with Messi on them, like Lay's chips with Messi on them, and they were like a squid flavored.
Crisps. The actual term is crisps. It's crisps.
No.
I say it's crisps. It's not.
Okay, well just bear with me here.
I know.
They had like a picture of Lionel Messi on, and one of the things that they got were like a candy called grenades, like a sweet called grenades, and I thought of the Heroes of Generals incident with Simon, so I said just keep those, and so I said in the comments, keep those grenades away from Simon. We don't need another Heroes of Generals incident. That has since, I saw it yesterday in fact, because I was looking, I got like a notification bell, and it was basically, it said someone liked your comment on the Today I Played video. I was like, when did I comment on Today I Played? I haven't commented on Today I Played in ages. I went to it, and it was like 36 likes, and I'm like, top comments of that, and I'm like, what? Why am I top comment?
You're getting popular, my friend. You're getting popular.
It was a highlighted comment as well, and it was like, that's cool.
GG.
GG, I'm popular. I am now a famous
You
young.
remember this by Lewis Senpai.
I'm gonna be recognized by Lewis. He's gonna groom me, bring me over to the Ox
And push you in the canal.
push me in the canal, pull me out,
Yeah.
groom me some more. Yeah, I'm gonna be employed.
Take all your money.
I'm gonna be
take all
employed
your
as a
stuff.
content creator on their channel, and then one day when I'm least suspecting, he's gonna push me in again
Yeah.
and just leave me there at that time. You know. That was I thought that was so funny because I just completely forgot about it. Like I don't if I comment on a video, I never expect to get top comment, but I got top comment on that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's actually.
Well, all the old cast fans, all the like diehard Yogs cast fans
Ew, I'm one
who've
of
been
them.
watching for years all knew what comment what you were on about. Yeah, and they're like, yeah,
That's funny.
true.
That's funny right there. This guy knows what he's talking about. All
so they're
36
just
of them.
liking it.
All 36 of them.
Yeah, all 36 were probably true Yogs cast diehard fans.
How long have you been watching Young's Cast for, then, Matthew?
I forgot what it was when they were playing Minecraft.
So 2011-ish.
Yeah, it was trending on YouTube's mobile platform, which was it was back in the day when YouTube didn't have an app, but it was an app built in with the Apple system.
Yeah.
So it was trending on there, and it was pumpkin something. It was something about a pumpkin, and it was one of those snowmen
Prince?
with a pumpkin on his head. So it's from a long time ago.
It might have been the episode when they added the snow golems to Minecraft.
It wasn't that. It was a whole adventure map associated with it. So
Pumpkin
it must have been
Prince.
a bit after.
Pumpkin Prince must have.
Pumpkin Prince, that was it.
The Pumpkin Prince, yeah. That was a good one.
About 7 episodes in, that was the first
When did that
episode I
come
ever
out?
watched.
I'm going to do some research when that came out and just determine if you're actually telling me how long you've been a fan for. Now, my story with the Yogscast is a far, far, far longer. It is roughly it's exactly about 10 years now. Because I remember I started watching them in about September-ish of 2008.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, because at that time, me and my father were really into World of Warcraft together. I was very young at the time. I was only about 9 years old. But I still played World of Warcraft with my dad a lot. We were in the same guild together, and he helped me level up. And I'm guarantee you, he played on my account when during office hours, so my mom wouldn't know. I don't know why. My dad, yeah. No, never mind. But so through that, and then one day, I heard about the website YouTube during that same year, and said, "Hey, Dad, let's go watch some. Let's instead of playing tonight, let's watch some YouTube videos." And he looked at me and went, "What's that?" And I just type it in. And we typed it in. We went to youtube.com, and we looked up World of Warcraft, and guess what came up? A Yogscast video. So
Good old Yogscast.
So, and I can't.
Yogscast.
I do not know what video this was. This might have been their first one.
It might be one of the deleted ones.
It might be one of the deleted ones. It might still be up. I cannot remember which one it was. It's just been so long. It's been 10 years now, and ever since that day, I've watched the Yogscast. And I remember I watched them through 2009, 2010. When I started with Minecraft in late 2010, 2011-ish, around about that time. Watched that. And just kept watching. They blew up. I've been a subscriber for a very, very long time. Although on separate accounts. Because I've since lost passwords to all the accounts that were subscribed to them. Created new accounts in that sense. And yeah, basically. I've not been subscribed with the same account for a very, very long time. But I have been subscribed with multiple accounts over a very long period. Yeah, that's basically my story of the Yogscast, essentially. But back to Imperial to Rome, it looks amazing, doesn't it?
I'm actually just looking at the video, which video it was that I watched that put me, got me into YouTube and into the Yogscast. I'm just currently searching for.
It's Pumpkin Prince 1, not 2.
It's 1.
Yeah.
And it was like 6 episodes. Let me see if I can
Those
find
old
it.
shit Minecraft adventure maps.
It's not actually got a playlist.
Probably doesn't. It's that old and that shit.
Yeah.
Just search Pumpkin Prince Yogscast and it should come up.
Yeah, here it was. It was February 2012, because I remember...
2012?
It was... Yeah.
Jesus, that's a long time ago.
February 2012, because I remember it was near my birthday, and I just was bored of what to do. I was in the car, and I thought, well, you know what, I'll look at what's on my phone. I just happened to click the YouTube app, because I've been watching somebody talk about how spaceships work a bit earlier in the day.
Spaceships, yeah.
Yeah, and...
That's the typical thing what people watch on YouTube these days.
Yeah. I just
Not
thought
Baby
I was
Shark memes. And TC.
Yeah, but it was that, and it was like 3rd or 4th episode in, so it was like mid-February 2012.
Wow. So that
I've been a fan ever since.
That could have been a few days after the same day, or like, you know.
I remember watching I remember just binge watching after that. I watched the Pumpkin Prince War. And
Did you watch Shadow of Israel
watched
after that?
Shadow of Israel.
When did that stop? That stopped later in 2012, or didn't it? July of 2012, and then they did that video teasing it was going to return in September of 2012, and it never did.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest thing. Like, they made a teasing video, and there was a very funny teasing video. You could go watch it. I'll probably put a link to it in the description if I remember. And, you know, and just basically show it to you. And then you could go watch it there. Lovely video. I think it's still up. I'll have a look.
But yeah, we're going to talk about Imperative Rome.
Yeah, we were, and then we went off on this long tangent. Yeah, it looks great, I think. It looks fantastic. I'm very excited for it. We're definitely going to play that on the channel.
We've already got some series in mind, haven't we?
A few. We're not going to tell you quite yet, because let's leave it to surprise, of course. That's the beauty of it. What else are we excited for? Oh yeah, have you what's your favorite game of 2018 that you've played? It doesn't have to be a game from 2018.
Let me see what I've got installed.
You can even do EU4. Although I'd prefer
it would be EU4.
But do you think you should probably do a game from 2018?
If it's a game that's already been out but has been updated or has a DLC in this year, it'll be European Size 4. If it's just a game that's new this year, it'll be Warriors of 84.
Oh, really?
Not Dynasty Warriors 9, because that the open world aspect of it was quite, boring and bad. But yeah, and I know from the start that my favourite game of 2019, without a doubt, will be Kingdom Hearts 3. I know it'll be good.
You love the Kingdom Hearts series.
My
favourite
series
is going to be a shit game.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play it myself. I've never been a fan of Kingdom Hearts.
Well, you're evil.
I am Stalin after all.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that face. Is that a face of a man who gives a shit? Is it? With a 9gag tag in the left hand side of the picture. Have you noticed that before?
Yeah.
I only noticed that like 2 months after I made it my my profile picture.
Yeah.
It's been my profile picture for a while. I should change it, shouldn't I? Need some updating. Although yours has been your profile picture. For how long have I known you for?
Well,
I think since I'm 20 now, and I think I was 14 years old when we first met, and you were slightly older than me because you're the same age as Kim, aren't you?
I'm a year older than Kim.
You're a year older than Kim. So
Yeah.
that is roughly nearly 6 years?
I think it is 6 years, yeah.
Nearly 6 years. Wow.
It's because I remember what happened was we were both doing YouTube. We were both
Separately.
liking. We're doing it separately, and then
This is how we met.
I personally had just joined Freedom, which is a MCN, which is multi-channel network on YouTube.
At the
Back
time,
when they were
they
helping
were one of
people.
at that time, they would just let you. At the time, any YouTube channel could join. You didn't need to have minimum requirements or anything like that. To
Since
be able to
YouTube
monetize your
changed
videos.
a year ago,
They changed the requirements for you to monetize your videos and for you to be able to join MCN. It's like a set standard requirement of like a certain amount of subscribers, certain amount of views in the last 6 months or whatever.
Last year, I think, yes.
And your channel has to be more than a year old as well.
Yeah.
It was a bit bullshit, but yeah. So Freedom basically
yeah.
didn't have any requirements, but for me and Matthew, who had about probably 200 subscribers between us. I had about 100 at the time, I think, and you had
the thing with me is I deleted my channel when my grandparents died because I was quite depressed.
Yeah, and you had like 1,000
but my original channel had 200 subscribers, but by that time I wanted to come back to YouTube.
By the time we met.
But the time I met, I hadn't done a video, and I was coming back to YouTube, and I was like, I don't want to record on my own. I don't feel I can do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I looked on I joined Freedom with 0 subscribers.
You found a Scotsman.
I found a Scotsman named Yangi and someone called Kim.
A Yorkshire woman called Kim, who we are still both good friends with to this day. Yangi, not so much. Another man who we will not name. Well, his name is Mark, but we will not go any further than that because since that day some shit has come up with him that we've heard about. That's quite concerning, but we're not going to go into that. Who else? Switch was there. I don't really speak to Switch. Fighter was there. Who else?
There's a lot of. He came in after.
He came in after I did.
It came in a lot, or like about 6 months later.
After I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Craig came in later.
There was this forum post saying, "Hey, we're looking to start a YouTube group like the Elkscast, like the Vanos crew and all that."
Yeah. Sorry, excuse the noise. I'm just eating a chocolate
bar. Yeah.
Mm.
And we basically we looked at that. We both asked to join. They took a chance on me actually because I hadn't uploaded a video yet.
You didn't have a channel yet, did you?
I had a channel,
but you hadn't made a video yet. And they said,
I hadn't made a video, and they took a chance on me because they thought I sounded polite.
Wait, no, I can't sing that. We're gonna be banned from YouTube, Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think they did it because they thought I was polite, so they added me. They added Sebastian
because I had a lot of subscribers comparatively to Yangi at the time. Yangi did surpass me very shortly after that. But
we did all that. We joined. It failed, but we kept in touch with a lot of them.
It failed because of the fight between two members, mainly Kim and the other guy, Mark. And from that, it became another thing.
It spiraled.
It spiraled into another thing. Then it spiraled into another thing after that. And then
everyone.
Disbanded.
And then a lot of crucial members left
for a period of about 3 or 4 months. It was just me. I did not speak to Yangi. I did not speak to Craig. I did not speak to Switch. I stopped speaking to Mark altogether since that day. I've not spoken to him since. He's still on my friends list in Steam, and he still messages me once in a while wanting to play Hoi 4 or CK2. I just ignore him because honestly, and finding out the stuff that we now know about what's happened to him, not very surprising to be honest with you. The only person I really kept in touch with was you and Kim. At the time.
But yeah, I basically decided to continue doing YouTube, but it never worked out. I created 6 months later. I created Arcane Hunt,
You created
which was basically everyone who had not caused any trouble,
me, Kim,
or not been the
Yangi.
Instigator of
Basically,
any trouble.
everyone except for Mark.
Everyone, but yeah, people who didn't cause
Eventually, Mark did come join that as well.
trouble. Basically, the people who didn't instigate trouble joined Arcane Hunt. Craig joined Shadow Major. I think he's changed his name now to the Nerdy Magician or something like that.
Craig. Weird.
But
he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but he's got like a short fuse. Let's say that. And he gets upset over weird things, like very short. Now, hopefully, he never hears this. But if he does, it doesn't matter. He'll just go off on me and then remove me from his Discord. He's removed you and he's removed Kim and everybody else. But he has removed me. He removed me and then I asked to rejoin because honestly I don't know why he removed me. He just does that once in a while. He's a bit of a weirdo in a way. But, you know, he's a good guy. I like him a lot. I like Craig a lot, even though I don't speak to him.
He's nice. He's really nice.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Go. He's a streamer now.
Check him out.
Twitch.tv/Shadow Major. Remember
I think it's Shadow_Major.
Yeah, so just type in twitch.tv/Shadow Major.
Just search Shadow Major, you should
in Twitch. It should come up. I don't know what he streams this day, but he's like a magician, right? And so he did. One thing I thought he did that was very interesting is he did magic streams where you go out and do magic tricks for people.
He actually got into trouble quite early because someone tried to take her clothes off in front of him on stream or something. I just saw it posted on his.
Really? Huh.
I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was just something about watch out. This girl's ferocious or something on his Twitter. It's like, and I thought, what? You're lucky there, Craig, or someone said.
He got lucky. I was
like, what? Yeah, I think someone tried to was taking the stuff off or something.
Or maybe he had sex with this woman. You're getting lucky.
I don't know what it was, but it looked, from a point of view who didn't read it or didn't really see it, it looked like that. But yeah, he joined and created Arcane Hunt. That kind of fell off because everyone quit YouTube slowly.
I quit.
And then we had a period. I think we had a period of about 11 months where me and you didn't even talk.
There was a period of 11 months where we did not say a word to each other. I did not speak to.
Randomly,
basically during that time, I went to a different friend group who've since, for some reason, just stopped talking to me altogether. I don't know. Two American friends of mine, Jack and Kevin, still like them a lot. Don't speak to them anymore. I don't know why. We just kind of went our separate way. We're all busy now, with life and shit. It's interesting how.
But yeah, randomly. I think it was around about January 2015.
No, it was 2016. Gotta be.
When did Hearts of Iron 4 come out?
2016.
Then it was January 2017.
Yeah, January 2017.
January 2017, I just bought Hearts of Iron 4 in the Christmas sale on Steam. I had no idea how to play it. It was that Sebastian was playing. I was like, "Hey, do you want to play a multiplayer game and teach me how to play?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then we just rekindled our friendship.
From that day, Hearts of Iron 4, bringing friendships closer together since January 2017.
Yeah.
And since then, I've also reconnected with Kim, slightly with Yangi. And that's about fighters. Fighter as well. Fighter basically disappeared and still is kind of gone because of personal issues.
Mention that. Just say that.
Yeah, just personal issues. Let's not go into it properly. It's very sad what's happened to him. Really, I can relate to a lot of it. Can relate to a lot of it in my own life.
Yeah.
You can as well.
But yeah, we keep in touch with a lot of them still, but
Yeah,
but then randomly, we were talking on Skype, I think it was,
Skype.
when we were still using that, and it actually says it on our Patreon page how we started.
Does
But,
it? You could go to our Patreon page. You can donate an amount.
It's not. I didn't mean it as a plug or anything.
Shameless
I just
plug,
said on our
shameless plug,
Patreon page
Matthew.
because it actually says it on our Patreon page.
Shameless
That
plug. Shameless plug, Matthew. You don't worry about it. Shameless plug.
Yeah. Randomly through some series of messages where we both said we both love history. We decided to create 6,000 years of history.
Yeah.
And then
You do love
we
history.
kind of lost.
And from
we
that,
kind-
we started it and we
game.
realized that we liked doing the research and learning for ourselves, but we didn't like making the videos for it.
I didn't like doing the research.
You didn't like doing
I
the
liked
research?
doing
I enjoyed
reading
learning
about
about
it,
it.
but
I
I didn't
enjoyed
like
learning
doing-
about it, but I didn't enjoy making the video for it.
Yeah. What I liked about it was the video, doing the voiceovers and doing the research, but not putting the research into like a worded report. So I would speak it out, and I was no good saying it all up from the top of my head.
You're not someone who can.
I'm not one of those people now.
Yeah, not many people are.
Yeah, but that was that, and then the Great 6,000 Years Gaming that started like 2 months after 6,000 Years of Gaming.
A couple months, yeah. April.
Yeah.
April the 8th, I think, is the birth of this channel.
Yeah, and then I don't think we uploaded till like May or June, didn't we?
Something like that, yeah.
But yeah, we created that, and now I'm hoping actually to create my own. Not my
He's
own
got his
channel.
own
It's
channel. He's already uploaded a video there, I think.
I've uploaded 2 videos which explains autism awareness. So if you're interested, search Samurai Hack.
Hashtag
autism.
LGBTQA.
But,
You're not part of that movement, Matthew.
yeah, but
autism is now a sexual orientation. Can you imagine?
I can actually.
Just imagine. I'm just imagining the LGBTQ community and then a bunch of autistic people just walking down the street. No offense. I could get in so much trouble for saying this because it sounds so mean.
It's funny from a point of. It's a funny from someone who's also autistic. So
it's a funny from a certain point of view. But
yeah, I see it funny, and I can easily get offended by people saying bad things about autism.
I mean, I say bad things about autism all the time. I sometimes call you an autistic prick, but you just know I'm joking.
I know that's all from the games, though. So
yeah, you know,
I
I'm just joking.
think it is.
No, I'm dead serious, Matthew. You're an autistic. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I am autistic.
You are autistic.
Yeah.
You're
I've got
artistic
some
and
videos
autistic.
I've got some videos on there basically, and I'm hoping to rebrand it to 6,000 Years of Hex.
That'd be cool.
And maybe create
basically
some
for our grand strategy
content.
of on YouTube, which is basically
just rename anything to 6,000, and you got a channel in our group.
You got a channel name. You got a channel brand. That's our brand. 6,000 Years is basically our channel brand.
6K. Yeah.
6K.
6K.
So 6K Hex, 6K whatever my name is going to be, because I don't really have a set username anymore.
Mm-hmm. It used to be Ghost of the Bastard, and then Kim started calling you Balls.
Yeah, I'm still known as Balls to Kim to this very day. She still calls me Balls.
Yeah,
and
I always call you Ghost.
All of Kim's friends on the MMO server, that they still call me Balls now because of that.
Wow.
Katie, Memo,
I ended up
Alex,
calling him Sebastian eventually, so...
Jack was a bit weird, but yeah, we won't go into that.
Shout out to him.
He's the guy. He's the gay guy that hit on me in the first day I met him.
Yeah, you didn't like that, did you?
No, I did not like that. As a straight male, I did not like that. But yeah, so I guess this is a good time. How long have we been recording for?
I think we've been recording quite a while, actually.
Maybe 2 hours already. No, not 2 hours. Not quite. Maybe an hour and a half. roughly.
Yeah, I'd say that's good enough idea to
This
end
is
it.
good enough for a start, right? Yeah, it's like
We've basically talked about the origins and what we're planning, so that's quite a good start.
we've talked about our origins which is something I was
The
hoping.
origin.
The origin
6,000 years
6,000
podcast. The origin.
The origins. The origin story. Maybe the name's too long. I don't know. I think we have the
Just put
podcast is still
6K podcast.
6K podcast yet to be named. I don't know. Maybe I'll think of a name for it. I'll come up with a name.
I think it was some quite nice name.
Oh yeah,
I can't think of anything but 6K.
wait. The whole point of this was basically discuss the games of 2017, and yours was basically was EU4 of 2018.
EU4 or Warriors of Ochi 4.
Well, mine
If it comes from
mine is at the end of this podcast, which I never said. Mine is Banner Saga 3. I don't think that came. Did that come out this year?
I think it did, yeah.
Good game.
Either that or 2017, but you can still say it.
Good game, and Mafia 2. I recently replayed that for the second time in my life, and I'm enjoying it so much. It's such a good
Yeah,
game.
you just played it constantly, but I looked at it on Steam.
Mafia 2 is just such a good game.
Yeah.
It's such a good game, Matthew. Oh, I love it so much.
I've actually got it. If you have multiplayer, we could do a
No, they
series
don't.
on that.
It's too old for multiplayer. I don't think it does anyway. That came out in
That's
2010.
unfortunate.
I also played Mafia 1 as well. That's also really good.
Mafia 3 is meant to be like the bad game, isn't it?
Mafia 3 is the bad one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that nobody
Maybe it
likes.
doesn't quit the series.
I've never
though.
played Mafia. I've never played Mafia 3. I'll give it a go.
I've never played any Mafia games, to be honest.
I would pick up Mafia 1 is a bit dated for this day and age.
I've either got Mafia 1 or I've got Mafia 2 on PC through Humble Bundle.
So play Mafia 2.
So
You don't need to know the story more to understand 2. That's the best part. It's 2 separate characters.
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah.
I'm aware. But
Same with
Mafia 1
Mafia 3.
Mafia 1's good, but it's very dated. If that makes sense. It's very, very dated. It came out in 2002, so it's very, very dated for 2018. It's over 10 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that's
16
Age
years.
of Empires kind of days.
Yeah.
Civ 1.
Have you heard that they're releasing a new Age of Empires game soon?
No, I haven't, really. I'm going to look forward to that. That was the first video game I ever played, was Age of
We'll
Empires.
probably talk about that in the next
What was the first
episode.
video game you... Yeah, we'll talk about that next time, probably. But what was the first video game you ever played, Matthew?
Sorry, you broke off.
What was the first video game you ever played?
Pokemon Yellow, and you can actually see a playthrough of that kind of ended abruptly.
That was the first time you've ever played a video game. You've ever played a video game before that playthrough of it?
It wasn't then. It was, just so you know, for those people wondering, it wasn't then. It was back when I was 3 years old.
3-year-old Matthew.
3 or 4 years
to be
old.
diagnosed with autism.
I think it came out in the UK in 2000 and in Western release in 2000.
So
I think I got it for my fourth I got it for my 4th birthday or something like that.
I was 1 year old at that time. I just doctored myself there.
I'm saying 4 years old in 2000. So
1996
it's not that bad.
1999. I'm the last generation of the 90s, guys. I'm literally the last I'm literally part of the year that was born just before the new millennium.
Mhm.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
yeah, like
I was one. I was
my
5
first
hours
video game I
away.
ever played was one of 2. I cannot remember which it was. It was either Age of Empires, or it was, I forget the name now. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's a game I have on Steam. I bought it recently. Tried to play it. It doesn't work.
Colonization.
Not colonization. It was colonization still works. I played that. I didn't play colonization until I was about 6.
Alright.
I played. I don't want to click off it, but click off the podcast, so I can't actually go look for what it's called. But I'll put the name of it on the screen with a picture
put up
of
a
it.
picture of the logo or something.
Yeah,
on.
it was a game.
screen.
It was a good game. I enjoyed it quite a lot as a child, and
Yeah.
I tried to
I'm
replay
actually-
it earlier this year, and unfortunately, I just couldn't.
Yeah,
it didn't
I'm
work.
actually happy that I don't know if people are familiar with Steam then, and they're familiar with Age of Empires and all that. They actually,
We
with the
love those.
HD edition of Age of Empires 2, they still actually do DLC for it.
Yeah, and they're gonna make another Age of Empires now, which is pretty cool.
And then they're making Age of Empires 4,
could,
so
you
that'll
know,
be
Matthew,
interesting to
we
see how
could
it
do Age
goes.
of Empires 2 gameplay. I haven't played Age of Empires in a hell of a long time, but we could do it.
We could, if people are wanting that, just say it in the chat.
Just put a comment, hey, if one of you say it, we'll do it. Hell,
yeah, at
we
least
might
one
even do it if none
will
of you
do
say
it.
it, so you don't even have to. I think it's something I'd like to do. And
yeah, we might even do it if no one comments.
We'll have to play against each other, so you can't do what happened in that Civ 6 game we played together, where when I surprised attacked you.
Yeah. I was in a bad place at the time.
He rage quit. After that, that's one thing about being. They are very, very, especially Matthew, is about such things like that. Like what I did is I played his feelings like I played him like a violin. I said, "Hey, do you want to go attack the Dutch?" He's like, "Hell yeah, the Dutch! I hate the Dutch. Let's go kill the Dutch." So I said, "Yeah."
I never said that.
I'm just parking my massive navy outside outside your borders, and just build your own navy, and we can go attack them together. And he said, "Okay." Waited a few turns, and then until my navy was properly there, and then I attacked him, and he was like, "Oh, I was hurt." And then he put the call down and left the game.
Yeah.
And then I still killed his empire after that.
Damn you, Rome.
I was Rome, yeah. I was freaking far ahead of you on science, but I was worried. But the reason why I attacked you was actually apparently in
because I was quite ahead in culture.
Yeah, we're quite ahead in culture, like close to winning.
I wasn't close to winning. I know that for certain.
You were getting dangerous.
I was like 25% away from winning.
No, that's close to winning. And like
not really.
I attacked him with my battleships and my destroyers when he only had frigates. So I was crazy far ahead on science. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a good game. I enjoyed that game. I would also like to do a Civ 6 game, but I feel like we would need more than just the two of us, or if Baron joins us, which is, I know it's hard for Baron and all, but to join us because he's Australian. Like he's from Australia. He's from Australia. Like it's kind of hard for him to join us on like now. Right now he's only getting up now, isn't he?
He's about getting up now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 6 a.m. for him right now.
Yeah, like he's always up in the middle of the night for us. That's our joke with him. Why are you always up in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we should quit.
Yeah, we should probably end the podcast. There's probably a very long podcast, but I feel like it should be fine. I reckon at most it's an hour and a half long, which is a good length for a podcast. Maybe 2 hours. If it's long enough, I might cut it into 2 separate episodes, part 1 and part 2. But thank you so much for watching this currently unnamed podcast. If we do think of a name, it'll be in the title. I will have to think of a name before I upload it. It will go up sometime before Christmas, maybe December the 15th, maybe before I leave on Saturday. We'll see, essentially. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This is a little bit of experiment that I've been wanting to do. I love listening to podcasts in my free time. I hope people like to watch this little... Like, we upload to YouTube because we don't really have... Because a lot of the other sites like Podbean or places like that where you can upload podcast or iTunes, it's very hard to get your podcasts on there. And I don't want to host a site where I can upload it. Yeah. And it's very unlikely that I'm going to get a lot of traction on that site. It's expensive to put it on Podbean per month because I think you have to pay a monthly subscription. And that
you don't pay monthly for that, and it's hard to get it on iTunes because you have to go through a lot of filing stuff and file stuff, papers and all that.
Yeah, it's like a...
It's just quite hard. So
it's quite hard. So we decided. So that's why I'm putting it on YouTube for now. If it gets if it gets traction, we'll probably keep uploading it on YouTube, but we'll move it over to Podbean and places like that. Maybe Spotify. Who knows? Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. We'll see you all in the next podcast.
And let me just say, for those who have watched all through this,
thank you so much for bearing with us.
Yeah, that put beans in the comment section. So the ones who never watched have no clue. Yeah, the ones who watched say beans.
Beans.
So we know you've watched it.
That's gonna be the next big meme for us. If this podcast is gonna make us explode, Matthew. We're gonna have 1 million subscribers by the time it's uploaded. Like an hour after it's uploaded, we're gonna have like 400,000 subscribers. Like, yeah, we want more. You guys are funny. I like to think I'm just. I like to think I can be funny. My sister always says I can be really, really funny. At sometimes, other times I can be as bland as a cracker. That's not a race thing. But, you know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to properly end it now. I'll see you all in the next podcast and or gaming video. Goodbye.
Bye.